What up, everybody? YouTube!
How's it going? Welcome back, Badgers, to another episode of Badger Banter. I've got some amazing treasure fam homies here. We got Scars down below. We got Jerico and Hercules to my
Other
right.
way.
And in the corner, we got, or to my left, whatever, this way. And then to this
The other way.
we got Charlie from AU Guys Prospecting. How are we going, everyone? How we doing? Thank you all so much for coming.
I have to say,
hanging out. This is amazing. How many people do we have in chat? Because mine's saying 0, and I know that ain't right.
StreamYard is currently having technical difficulties. It looks like we have 22 participants, but I will check again.
Wow, 22 people. Thank you all so much. I am pulling up the live here.
I see 9 watching on YouTube side.
Woo-woo.
All right.
Unless you guys are multi-streaming it.
It might be multi-streaming.
We already got 9 likes. Thank you very, very much. Heck yeah. Well,
I
guys,
don't
if you
think
haven't
I'm
already,
on mine, though.
Make sure you're subscribed to all these incredible people. We are hanging out tonight, just chatting, shooting the breeze, having a few... Wah! That didn't spill too much, right?
Heck of a yeah.
Having a couple drinks here with the old Kratos mug, some poppy popcorn, and hanging out. Today I had a long day in the forge, my friend. Oh, but it was a wonderful day, though. Of course, it's the first morning was, I didn't realize how long this day was because I was up so early. And we were driving and then turned right back around due to the terrible winter storm that hit us. And we ended up all the way back at the Badger Band, or at the Badger Den after going about like 45 minutes, an hour away. And this storm, we were just like, oh, it is so terrible. And then at the exact same time I got that feeling, don't I see a text from Jericho, and we're both like, hey, yeah, we're seeing cars and people go in the ditch, and this is like driving through nothing but ice and a foot of snow. Let's call it off for the day. So, yeah. But I got a bunch
I see 13 awesome people in here.
Ooh, 13? Hell yeah. Thank you all so much for hanging out.
Smash that like button, y'all.
Oh, man, we already got 13 likes. Y'all are amazing. Thank you so much for hanging out. How are we all doing tonight? I'll do roll call here. We got Treasure Fam, Casey. We got Patrick, PA Prospecting. Buddy, I got your knife all ready to go and packaged up. Sending it out here this next week right away. We'll be putting it in the mailbox thing on Sunday. Tomorrow. Tonya, hello. Ventures with Goat, welcome to the live.
Yeah. So, hold on. I see Milwaukee Matt's in chat there. So you guys tell him what you just told me.
About
we can't do it tomorrow because both of you guys have plans that have to happen tomorrow. So we can't do it tomorrow.
Hey, welcome.
I've got about a 6-hour stream scheduled for tomorrow. We got a lot of crazy stuff we got to do. We're doing some donation races with PA Patriot Prospecting. We're doing the first word and the phrase that plays. We're doing the duck race for last week's phrase that plays. Guessers, the first 10 people that guessed the phrase got it right quick. It's pretty awesome. Yeah. I think last week went crazy.
They're catching on. They're getting wise.
Yeah.
Hello, Josh and Casey. Welcome to Arizona Adventures. And we got Golden Eagle. What's up, my dude? How you doing, Joe?
Matt, that's why you would be coming up the night before.
We got
about that.
We got at least 12 inches, 14 inches of snow that came out of nowhere.
Wow.
Yeah.
It hit like an ungodly amount.
Man,
so much.
I thought this was over. I thought we were back in springtime. I
was gearing up. I was so excited. Today just drove me stir crazy. Seeing all that snow, I was ready to go break some rocks, check out some things out in the nature. Nope.
Me and Rohan are getting ready to dust off the dredge and get it back into the mountains before all that runoff starts coming out.
That sounds exciting.
All right, Adventure Badger.
Yep.
We have a lot of people down here in chat requesting to be blue to share. Tomorrow night,
yes.
PA Patriot Prospecting has a 600 subscriber giveaway. And there's a comment video. I don't know if that's still open, but if it is, you should get on that because there's some cool prizes.
Heck me, yeah.
Badger, you neglecting your blue wrench duties?
I am neglecting my blue wrench duties. I am adding all you amazing, incredible people with blue wrenches that wish them.
My lighting's a little off. Rohan, can you turn that light on? Are you over there? Please.
There we go. Alrighty.
This is a random pop-up live, Mona. We just decided to go live because why not? We're all together anyways. We're all hanging out backstage, jibber-jabber and chitting and chatting.
Yeah. I was trying to wash my eye out for the last hour.
I wonder what that's about.
All right, Treasure Fam. We'll give that one a monitor. Alrighty.
That's right. Safety first.
When I first got onto YouTube, I used to go to these live streams and hope and pray that they'd recognize me and give me a blue wrench. I felt stupid after that. That's why it's very important not to neglect your blue wrench duties, man.
That's good to know because I did not start YouTube with the live streaming. I never really watched the live streams until I started watching your guys's and hanging out here. I was more just
Miss Mona is not blue.
That's how I got my YouTube channel. I stumbled into a live chat room, and Reg Lab said, "Welcome."
Siri just took over my computer.
I just subscribed to your channel, and I said, "I don't even have a channel," and he says, "Now you do."
Yep.
That's why I'm here.
Heck yeah!
This guy over here in the far left corner of the screen, this guy is why I'm on YouTube.
Oh, really? I got to hear this story. I've not heard this story.
All right, so I was commenting on Charlie's videos, watching Charlie stuff, participating in his live chats and on his stream, and I wanted to learn about prospecting for gold. And I wanted to learn how to pan, and I wanted to pan, and I wanted gold pay dirt. I wanted to do it. I was tired of just watching YouTube people do it, and I want to do it too. And like I tell everybody, if I can do it, you can do it. I may not be the fastest or the best panner, but I have fun. All right, so I says, Charlie, I need some pay dirt. He says, I got you. I said, Charlie, where do I get some pans from? Because if you don't know, you could buy a terrible set of pans off of Amazon or some other place for 15 times what they actually cost and hose yourself. Well, Charlie says, hey, I tell you what, I'm going to hook you up. He gave me some nice blue pans that I think he won on somebody's channel and a bag of pay dirt. And he got with me and we did some backstage chit-chatting and a little backstage panning lesson. And I told him I'd like to go out on the creek, and I travel a lot, and I want to start adventuring places. He says, well, you need to film it. Put it on YouTube. Yeah. I says, well, I don't know about that. He said, just put it on YouTube. Don't be scared. Nobody cares. Look at me. And I said, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And I went on my first live stream I went on was Charlie's and Brewers. It was the collab live stream about January 2022. And I've been hooked from there, going crazy ever since. Mm. So you can blame Charlie for you guys prospecting. Or you can thank him, I guess, depending on your feelings about it. Yeah. You can either, hashtag blame or hashtag thanks AU. I want to see that in the chats down there. We got
Yeah, we blaming him or thanking him. What is this, a blessing or a curse, everyone?
That's right. On, huh? It can be a combo unit depending on the day of the week.
You know, my first video.
What's up, Cole? Welcome to the live, buddy.
I says, let me make a video and go on YouTube because now I got a YouTube channel. I got to make a video. So I lined up all my little tools and stuff, a pan, a snuffer bottle, and this. And I says, this is going to be good because nobody come up with this idea yet. And I made a video. I didn't even pan any gold yet. Didn't have no gold to pan. But I showed everybody my first video. It shows all the little things that you need to do basement panning. And I never did it. And I thought it was the greatest idea until I started seeing everybody out there and his brother who knew what they were doing. Had all kinds of sluice boxes and blue bowls and this, that, and the other thing.
And now Joe has it all, and he's the best panner out of all of us. I'm just going to say
great.
it.
Yeah, I have
Joe's steady
you
hand.
have the skill. I was watching, going back on your lives, bro, watching it yesterday when I was messing around with the leftover dirt that in the pan that Charlie left. Just trying to get that little swish, man. You got that swish. It's on that wrist, ain't it?
And at the end, there's no black sand. It's just gold. He's just.
I know. I'm like, that's what's so crazy. He gets into that final stage, and I'm just like nowhere near. It's like I need that floppy wrist like he's got, man.
Right.
What are you saying?
You got that skill, man. It's like what they say in all the sports, basketball, whatever. It's my dad always. It's on the wrist. It's on the wrist.
And when it hits,
I never had that wrist.
Yeah, Badger Mona still needs a wrench there.
Oh, Mona don't got a wrench? What?
Nope.
Mona, I'm so sorry.
Salty.
Big
All right.
going all day.
So do I have to add a wrench every single time they join?
No.
No, you shouldn't have to. It's just typically when there's a new person in. It helps
I
you
can't believe I haven't
identify.
added. Well, Mona, I am very sorry. I can't believe I didn't add.
It helps identify when you have new people come in there, because then you can see, okay, those people haven't been here before. We can get them a blue wrench, and that way they can share their stuff out. But Mona's been with us all already for like multiple streams, so Mona should be a wrench.
Mona, not true. I love you, Mona. No, not true.
Hey, Charlie.
I didn't realize these wrenches were so important.
Nolly
I'm gonna get my wrench game up.
wants to know once he's in there asking how you and Milwaukee met.
Yeah, so I've heard this story, and you guys are going to giggle. I want to do this.
So,
hold on, Chuckles. Let me do.
I went to Nugget Lake to go hit up one of my spots, and downstream for where I usually work is where Matt digs, and him and his buddy were in there digging in the hole, and of course everything was wet and like slimy and muddy yet, because the water just receded. Well, I'm coming down into this area wearing a leprechaun hat, carrying a backpack with my bucket, my gear, like my shovel, all that stuff, and my sluice box in hand. And I take a step on this hill, and I slip and fall right on my ass, right in the creek there in front of Matt.
So Matt was just there and saw you.
Yeah, he was already there. He was already there.
Oh my gosh! So you guys didn't like plan to meet or anything. You just happened to be
No.
in the same place.
We met that day, and ever since then, we've been hanging out and chit-chatting.
Nice. No, he seems like a cool cat, especially being a creative, person, someone that one of the treasure people that likes to also mess around with their treasure afterwards. I think that's what I love the most about the magnet fishing for off-season stuff. It's like if I didn't have stuff like the blacksmithing or these knives or these awesome things to make and present for you all, or do these races and giveaways, I don't know what the hell I'd be doing. I'm like so stir crazy, and there's only so many things you can edit. It's like, it's so hard to just sit there and know there's loot in those rivers just a few inches of ice away.
So I put in, Badger says Mona is the best, and she says, thank you, Elijah.
Yeah, like PA said, welcome to mining, Charlie. Once you fall, you're a miner. Well, every time I go to that hole, every single time, I fall and bust my butt right there. Every time. It doesn't matter what I do.
Charlie, you know it. Jericho knows it. He's seen it. Anyone that's ever spent a day on an adventure with me, I am always just a hair away from a tragedy. I am always dodging like massive concussions, falling several stories, diving right in, getting eaten alive by a giant spider. It's just like it's constant crap. I was like, when me and Charlie were ripping out that door in our video, I almost crushed my leg and looked to my right to go step. I almost stepped right down. There's a 2-story drop into just a dark pit. If it wasn't Charlie telling me where it was, there goes Badger. So
I'm like, hey, watch out for that really big hole right there. As he's putting his foot over to step into it.
Yeah, I got to be more aware of those booby traps.
It happens, man. It happens. Like I said, I tell you guys down there in chat, the reason we are up here is because of all of you awesome people down there watching our stuff. And like we said, I'm going to point that out right there.
Good suggestion right there. Salty Magnet Fisher says, make dumb ways to die videos, Elijah.
Going on the video
short. We can do it in shorts, Elijah.
Oh my gosh, yes. Dumb ways to die, number 1. Dumb way to die while treasure hunting.
We could do so many different ways with prospecting, magnet fishing, metal detecting, all that stuff.
We gotta get a collab on that. We gotta get a collab on that Salty Magnet Fisher. That's a great one.
Each one of us keep doing a different one daily.
Yeah.
Yeah, my fall for mining occurred with Charlie and WK Walter of WK Prospecting. We're walking in a creek down there in North Carolina. This is my first time ever getting gold in the wild. And I'm walking along, and I've told this story about me, sinking up past my belly button, and I might as well just start swimming because my buckets are floating, and it's crazy. But anyways, I'm walking along, and you know how you're walking in the water, and there's big mossy rocks, and Charlie's like, hey, watch your footing. I'm like, hey, I'm already swimming. And then I take a step, and whoop, I go under the water. It was fantastic.
Hey, the water only came up to my knee. It only came up to my knee. All right. When Jericho stepped into the hole, it was like, boom, gone.
I disappeared.
Okay. To your like effect here, my just basic analysis of what's happening and what I'm hearing is, in my own experience, my first year treasure hunter, you're not a treasure hunter. You can't consider yourself a treasure hunter until you have a massive in the field blunder. I mean, yes. I've had a massive concussion this year. I don't know. I've been whacked in the head with a paddle as I came up for air while free diving. I've been fallen, done this, that. I mean, the amount of things that I've seen happen to other people while we're out, the mishaps, the crazy things, the ways we get our cars, magnets, and everything stuck. It's just, it's a beautiful, beautiful mess. In fact, if you guys want to see more of that hectic behind-the-scenes shenanigans,
hey, like I said, we need to do a blooper reel on Patreon.
That's what I was going to say. I'm on Patreon. I was going to start hosting if you guys are interested, I do have a Patreon. Links are in my bio and descriptions. I'm going to be doing, I'm hoping to start once the season opens up and I can start filming new content here. The behind-the-scenes footage and just super unedited, raw, long format cuts of an hour of just footage behind the scenes, everything. You get to see it all. It's crazy, wild, unfiltered.
Right?
There will be language.
All right, so I got some questions to answer. We were at, I believe it was Renee Vester. We were at Thermal City down there in Marion, North Carolina. Mona, no, that was not on video. It would have been a great one to have on video. Dan B is selling some gold, and Scars says, hey, I want to get that. And Mona says, hey, Elijah.
Do I like pain? I'm not I like how I come out on the other side of pain.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Better than I was before.
Matt's talking about when we were out there on the creek for 21 hours, I was trying to step around a rock and I tripped and stumbled and I fell into the fire pit that we had out there. It was a metal bucket, burning my hand completely all the way from here down like this, but it didn't even blister. It just
what
the
are
first
you
layer or two just bubbled up a little bit, but it didn't even bubble. It just hardened up.
Yeah, Josh and Casey, you should go put that fire back on camera. We put that on the big screen because that was getting people's attention.
That was pretty interesting. What did you have carved into that?
My brother-in-law for Christmas one year, he took a plasma cutter and put my kids' names in it. He put a cross, lightning bolt, and some squiggly lines and stuff. Let me see if I can get the fire. I was kind of tending it, trying to burn some of these weeds we pulled the other day. But,
nice.
I was like, it's starting to get chilly. We had a little bit of a storm come through. Let me get this thing roaring again.
Yeah, Elijah, if it don't kill you, it makes you stronger, except sharks. Sharks are just going to kill you.
I should just get this thing glowing hot and turn it into
I could be like the soul surfer of magnet fishing.
Or they eat half of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. The soul surfer of magnet fishing.
Right.
I like it too. Sounds good.
Yeah, that's true. I've driven many a time through thick hard blizzards. In fact, I started the bulk of a trip me and Danny took on our way back from meeting Scuba Steve for the very first time in Ohio. I drove at least 6 hours. I don't even know anymore. It was at least 6 from basically Michigan City to my house, Seymour, and it snowed. Snowflakes what seemed to be the size of my frickin' fist the whole way from there to here. And this was in the very first maiden voyage ever, driving Danny's lifted 20-foot long, XL work van that he's got all tricked out with all. Wow, going down the highway 75 and those on those big massive off-road tires is loud, and it is crazy in the snow. That looks really cool, dude.
You gotta get that
I
fire.
love burn barrels. Ooh, fire.
All right, so Renee Vester lives down there by that gold dredge. And I was commenting and said we were just over by there. Ooh, speaking of WK prospecting. See, they heard us talking about him and said, ooh, we got to come and hang out.
Right.
Go. He's back.
The goat.
The goat. I'm going to get a good fire going this time.
Guys, I got some stickers in the mail, so let's do some sticker swaps. If you're interested.
What do they look like?
Just my same.
Oh, pay dirt stickers?
Oh, right on. By the way, everyone here in the video, and several people in chat are going to be receiving stickers from my new sticker that I just received.
Right on.
I'll be sending those out here, packaging it all up. I did a bunch of packages today, and I'm finishing writing and packaging up the knife and all the other different larger items tomorrow, and then mailing it out on my lunch break
mail mine.
at work. On Monday.
Don't mail mine.
I'm not going to mail any. Yeah, I'm also not mailing anyone that I'm going to see at like the spring.
I need
spring
two.
dirt fling.
Yeah.
I need one for my dredge, Elijah, and one.
Well, I already got 4 for all of you guys. So.
Oh, right on. Thank you, sir.
I understand the need for multiple locations.
What do we got?
I'll be sending 4 stickers to each one of you guys.
Oh,
but you'll be getting yours hand delivered down there in Virginia.
Yes, you'll be getting it right from the source.
Virginia.
We need them autographed though. I'm telling you, it's not worth it unless you got a couple autographed ones.
Oh, don't you worry. Everything I send out comes with a special little personalized handwritten note from the Badger himself.
I need to get stickers made.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I need to get more stickers made.
This is my second.
PA says, do not ship his knife. He will be at the spring dirt fling.
Oh.
Who?
Alrighty, sir. Well.
PA won a knife from Badger the other night on
Yes,
what
sir.
are we forging?
Oh, all right. Nice. Oh, man.
Yeah. This thing is a razor.
I'll be right back, y'all.
Remember, I used to work for the railroad,
All the
This
live
is
long
exactly,
day.
by the way, I mean, like, to the exact inch. Like, 9.5 inches.
Hey, freaking
So that's
Joe.
kind of fun.
Joe built the railroad coming out west.
Hey, he was teaching the Chinese people how to dig.
He was out there. That makes.
Hey, you ever watch the
That
show
makes
Hell's
sense.
on Wheels?
Yep, that's a good
single
show.
episode.
That was
baby.
Joe. Joe was the
Of
one.
course.
He was the foreman there on the horse.
That makes sense. Yeah.
He used to have long hair.
Buchanan. Yeah, bro. Yeah,
That's
literally. That's like my favorite. Like,
Hey, Joe's just like, I don't know what to say, you bastards. You sons of guns.
yeah. You all thought he went to China. Nope. No,
Joe,
he
we
just
love you. I'm
went
just
back
busting
east.
chops, man.
My boss used to tell me I got thick skin. I can take it. Don't worry about it.
Heck yeah, you're New Yorkers, right? New Yorkers, we got the thick skin.
That's right.
I'll be back, guys. I gotta go. Wife's yelling at me.
No worries. So what have you been up to these past few days there, Mr. Gold Eagle?
Oh, not much. It was kind of dreary up here today. It was really nasty. So I kind of took the day off, sat in the background while you guys were on live, and I went upstairs and I started watching the fights, the UFC fights, and then I came down here to see what the GOAT was doing, and then we all came over here. So now you caught up on my life.
Nice. Nice. Sounds like a good life.
Well, it's going to be 60 tomorrow. I'm going to have to get out. I think I'm going to have to get out.
Do you have a lot of snow by you?
No snow.
Do you have any snow? No snow. Oh, wow. That's nice. Go on.
Just rain all day today.
Man, you have to go on throw a magnet around or something.
I might have to swing a detector or throw a magnet, something like that.
Yeah.
Or at least if I don't get motivated, I'm gonna pan some gold right here in the basement.
There you go. That sounds 60.
Well, I know you got a nice big bag for me.
Yeah, I still got that. I still got that. That's I'm gonna save that for a hurricane day.
Got the fire going again.
Yeah, that's a big bag of dirt.
So yeah, on this fire pit, I got a cross,
Special video for that one.
faith, and then it just has like a squiggly line thingy.
Dude, those are probably super expensive plasma cutters, though.
And then Jerry.
Right around 10 grand for the cheap one.
That sounds about right.
Lightning bolt.
No, you could buy a plasma cutter. You could buy a plasma cutter at what's that? Harbor Freight.
Really?
Harbor Freight?
Yeah, they come like those MIG welders.
Nick
is
not
probably
scars prospecting.
Yeah,
that'd be good enough to just do that'd be good enough for barrel stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You can, if you trace it out,
nice.
You could really make some nice stuff with it.
I mean, I used to do that with a router. I'll take that different boards and I'll route I'll do freehand different signs or writing stuff down. Mm-hmm. I've been trying to practice more at it, but I got good at it, especially in college when I would do it a bunch in that woodworking class I took, because I'd have 3 hours a day, 4 days a week, dedicated to just woodworking. So I would route around all of these trays, and I would sell them to my friends, all these rolling trays. So I would just all day long router.
Hey, if it works, it works. I'm telling you, I'd like a router rolling tray.
Dude, right? I've been actually thinking I would burn into them all, and here, let me show you actually the one that I made with my old company. Would burn into.
Well, while he's getting that, I'm going to look at that beautiful painting next to Joe's smiling face.
Speaking of plasma cutters, I knew guys when I worked as an iron worker.
Now I've had this for about 5 years, so there's been some scratches. It's got to be resanded again, but this one was gouged with chisels by hand.
Very nice.
But I added this little thing in the corner here. Now it's made out of maple.
I said
and
nice.
I did this, which is nice to pour it out.
Yeah, that's a nice cleaning spot for your rolling your burritos on.
Yeah. Well, you got to make sure you got your tobacco pipe nice and packed. You don't want to spill your tobacco leaves all over.
Yeah. But I was saying before, I knew guys that I worked when I worked in I was an iron worker for a while, and I knew guys that could cut steel with an oxygen acetylene torch that looked like they used a plasma cutter.
Oh yeah,
they were that good, man.
Man, that's. See, I want to get good at the welder that Charlie brought over. I don't know if he's still here or not.
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm just looking at vehicles for sale because I need a vehicle.
No worries. But yeah.
Oh, you were talking about that stick welder, right?
Yeah, it's like is that what it is? I believe it's stick welder. Yeah,
Yeah,
you put
stick
the
welding.
stick in. Yeah. You know what's funny is now that I'm using that or trying to like test it out and stuff, I'm realizing I find those stick things all the time magnet fishing. I find those all over the place by bridges, especially new construction. Which makes sense. They're out there welding.
Oh,
But
you find the nubs.
yeah, I'm already got a new breaker and I'm running like 220 because and a special outlet for it because when I plug it into all the outlets with my heaters and my lights running, especially because it's wintertime and I have like 3 heaters going, it all the lights went and it was barely going, so I had to like unplug everything. So basically I only weld during the day out in the middle of the barn where the sun can shine in, because that's the only place I can actually
My brother was
All right, Renee. Good night.
have a great night, Renee.
He
Thanks for
was
tuning
an
in.
operating
God bless you
engineer,
too.
and his son, he got into the operating engineers as a welder. And my
Mhm.
brother was one of a very few welders that were gas certified to weld gas pipe here in New York. And he taught his son how to weld and got him into the operating engineers also. But he bought this big welding machine that he kept in the backyard, and we lived here in the city. And he hooked it up. This thing was so big, it could weld anything. It was an industrial size welder he bought. But he hooked it up. It was so big that he put a box on the outside of his house, and that thing ran on gas. And when you fired it up, he used it as a generator for his house when the lights went out.
Yo, it's
Good night,
funny you
Goat.
say that. Good night, Goat. Have a wonderful night. That's
I think he's
funny
saying
you
good
say
night to
that.
Mona.
Good night, Mona.
Oh, good night, Mona.
Oh, good night, Mona. Have a
And- or
wonderful
no,
night.
Renee,
Thank you for
Renee.
hanging out.
Oh,
Renee.
Oh, yeah, I think it's Renee. Okay. Or I'll just say. But no,
Renee, good night.
that's an interesting you say that, because we've got we've got a big generator, and I was actually thinking like, because I got the double wide door right by where I weld and where I like to do all my work anyways, and where I got my metal top table I've been putting together. I think I'm just gonna set that out there and just plug the welder right into that, because that's like construction grade generator, so it'll be able to handle that for sure. And then that way I only need to, because then I can actually return that breaker. I don't need to run all that.
If you actually knew what you were doing, you could take the leads off of that generator and weld with it.
yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing though. All I know is I can turn the generator on, plug the welder in, and learn how to do that basic. But maybe one day when I'm at when I've got your god status, Gold Eagle. All right, but I'm 24. All right, I don't have your millenniums. I need to get there. I'll get there.
All right,
But
all right.
Not all of us were born in 1906.
well, it's like I often feel very uneducated around you all, because you are all so very, very intelligent. You have so much knowledge that I just love mopping up. So a lot of times the advice and the tips I receive, though, is so far advanced beyond my wee Padawan status. So,
But no, you're growing fast, and you have a lot of good knowledge too, especially with like the history, where you're, what you're doing, where you're magnet fishing, different things like that. Like,
I appreciate that. Thank you. That is true. There's a few hundred miles of this river I'm really good at.
Yeah, because I'm not really, good at, the gold and silver thing. I'm not up on the market with all that, and I haven't been paying any attention. So I'm learning and growing in that aspect.
No.
And I'll be throwing my first magnet into the water with you when we come and visit.
Heck yeah, baby.
So, I'm excited.
I'm so excited.
Everybody's learning new things and growing.
All right, I'm going to learn you something right now. The price of gold per gram is $63.59.
Woo! So that's over 2K.
Wow.
That's scary.
Just thought I'd let you know.
Awesome. Yeah. And thanks to Kevin Rose, he sent me out a little 1 gram bar that's awesome. I'm so blown away. I got Gold Eagles package in the mail today with my chip and my stickers.
Kevin Rose is an awesome fella.
You like old tools, Elijah?
I love them. They're my favorite thing. I have number one collection.
I have boxes and boxes of antique tools
Ooh.
And here's one I was trying to sell the other day. It's an old Ford. It's got a Ford right here.
Oh wow, that's really cool.
It's a Model T wrench.
Let me make it big so I can see it better. Hold on.
Oh wow.
I'm on the little
Model
device.
T wrench. Wow. I'm not a huge car
Show it
guy,
again, buddy.
but
I couldn't see it.
That is.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'll have to get a picture of that from you because I've got a guy that's super big into collectibles, specifically Ford, and
ooh, that says Ford on it. That's a nice find.
That's Model T Ford, he says. So I mean, I'm not a big car tool guy, but I know a guy who is. I'll hit him up if you're looking to sell it.
Yeah, no, I have a bunch of them. I have old antique wrenches.
Welcome. If you got any blacksmithing tools, man, that's where you're gonna find me really interested. Like
welcome,
hammers,
Bold Lion.
tongs, old blacksmithing tools like that. Yeah,
I got buckets. I got buckets.
Oh hell yeah, dude. Oh yeah, that's.
But heck yeah, we'll do that on a live stream when all the snow melts.
That sounds great.
Yeah, the snow melts. I can get to my anvils, and there's one. I have them both set up outside, but there's one there that if you're interested, I said I would sell it to you or trade it to you or something. We'll make a deal.
Sounds good to me. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. That'd be a good live. Let's set it up. Heck yeah, sounds like a plan to me.
Yeah.
Panel read priv chat.
We find things. Heck yeah.
We find things.
Oh, wait, read
awesome things.
I go picking and I do abandoned barns, and I'll offer like the whole, like I'll find the owner and I'll ask if I could go picking in their barn, and I'll offer a price for everything in there.
So that's okay. That you do that. You just walk up because I have a bunch of like people like that I actually know that I was gonna go ask that they just burned their barn down, but they kept all their tools and stuff, and it's just in a shed. And I was gonna ask if I could pick through it. You just walk up.
I put ads on Facebook that I do property cleanups and whatever else for my construction company. And heck yeah, man, I need me some poker chips. And that I'd buy, sell, and trade as well.
Oh, nice.
Joe, can I get a vote? Charlie, can I get a vote?
That's a gorgeous 1-ouncer.
Nick.
Voted.
Copper.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
And then Dave popped by. He was in the chat, and he's like, "I'm out front."
Oh, nice.
Prospector's coin off.
Hey, that's a golden mint. Sorry, brother.
What were you saying?
That's the golden mint, and they're, I think, more rare than the Englehards.
Yes.
If I remember right.
They are.
So they bring a premium on top of the silver value.
I found the sleeve for the other one I found, that
Libertad?
Libertad.
Heck yeah.
So, man, I'm just blown away by you guys. I really appreciate your love and support. This is the gram
gram of gold.
Both pieces of the one, it was in a half. So it was a half gram each in the one.
So shiny.
999 gold.
All right, we're going to start a duck race here, so I need everybody to chat so I can pull you out of the participants.
Look at that.
Eagle, you're badass. That's so badass, that sticker.
I know. He works
at so cool.
That tattoo
it's
shop.
So cool. Man. I know. It looks so
awesome.
So Americana too. I love it.
It's retro, like
you know what? I'd probably get that tattooed in honor of Gold Eagle.
That's vintage flash. Vintage.
Someday when I'm older, like when I've got my Merlin beard and I'm just drenched in that white drip, I want to get one of those pinup girls that dances when you flex your old muscle. That's the kind of crazy old pipe smoking kind of guy I want to be. I want my great dirt all in my face.
Wearing a dress. She's wearing a skirt.
Yeah,
make her hula dance on the arm.
I remember digging gold back during the pandemic.
My neighbor had this one made. I don't know if you can see it. It says native.
Oh, that's cool.
Native Arizona Adventures at the top. One Nation under God with the cross and the
very cool
flag.
Pretty
and then
nice.
on the back it says, "God bless you, Casey, Stella, Faith."
Go say yee.
James, Jerry, and Casey. Yeah. So the whole family. Custom made
Nice.
the club.
Remember the WK and Eagle Eye Prospector in chat there that don't have a wrench?
Oh, fixing it. Yes.
Jericho, who's making all the stickers for Spring Dirt Fling?
Hello, Eli.
Josh is wearing a skirt. Now
we pulled him.
Riding the pig.
WK, we pulled
21
him.
likes. Y'all are amazing. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, switch the screen to the left side because your face is covered by a duck.
A duck.
What?
A duke. He's saying switch it to the left side.
Oh yeah, but we pulled him. So we won't have any Spring Dirt Fling merch, but if people want some Spring Dirt Fling merch, we can ship it out. We had some situations. We had some sabotage, but we still made the best of the situation.
If anyone wants to give me a tip on entry level blacksmithing projects to make, I'll make it on a live and do another race or giveaway thing. Cause
did you make your forge?
So I had all the parts and everything ready, and we were gonna weld the few parts together today, but then the storm came. I had to turn around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's literally sitting in the car, all in a perfect little pile, ready to go. So
I made my forge, and then I was like, man, I got a forge now. I gotta have a smelter. So then I made a smelter right after it, and I used the same burners, I made my burners and my torch heads, and I used those same ones on forge or the smelter.
Oh, nice. I think what I'm going to end up doing is I actually ordered 6 of those Firestones and some of that fire insulant. I'm just going to build a really nice frame out of basically just wood. I'm going to use this timber framing method that I put together. Well, I found a plan for this traditional thing where they make a timber frame base, and then I've got a metal drum that I cut in half, and I'm gonna work it, like bang it out and shape it a little bit better and cut it so it's just more like a tray at the bottom. And then
why don't you fold it?
And then I'm gonna line it with that's kind of how the thing has me doing it. I'm cutting the edges off and I'm like flattening it that way, and then I'm turning it into like a 3-layered sheet. Kind of, I don't know. It was like a plan I found on Pinterest. Basically, I cut both ends off of it, and then I pinch it in half, and then I use a hammer to bang it down and fold it, and then it turns into like a flat. Yeah, you have an idea?
Take a propane tank, empty it out, cut it up.
Make sure it's empty.
Make sure it's empty. Unscrew the top, wash it out with water real good. Make sure you get all the gas out and everything's clean. And then you cut you mark your lid all the way around the top where you're going to cut it on that seam. Yeah. And then you go ahead and weld on your hinge. Well, you cut spot. You cut the one spot where you're going to put your hinge. And then once you cut that one spot where the hinge is, go ahead and weld your hinge on there and then cut it off the rest of the way.
So are you thinking for a coal forge?
No, gas.
Yeah, see, I'm trying to build a coal forge. Yeah, so like because right now we got like the
then cut it in half, cut it completely.
Yeah,
in half.
that's kind of what I've been doing. We're gonna do with the barrel is gonna cut in half after I folded it. Yeah, and then I'm gonna line it with those bricks.
Nice.
And it's gonna be about like 2.5 feet. There are these fire bricks. They're literally like the Firestone brick. It's what I actually been using for the past like week and a half inside of the smelter.
Before you get anything, you could just use the bricks. You know, you can put them and build a little square.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm doing with the wood. Is I'm just going to use some basic wood I've got. That's been I soaked it for like almost 6 days now.
You have a nice shot, brother. You have a nice shot. Thanks. Don't take any shortcuts. Make yourself something nice.
That's right.
Exactly. That's kind of where I'm at. Is like I want to make something really nice. So I've been like soaking this frame for like 6 days now in this waterproofing solution, or not waterproofing, this fireproofing solution. And I've got all the timber frame cut out, and I just got to like dry fit it together. And once all the bricks come, I'm hoping that I measured it exact. I have room to like, shave a little off if I need to fit it for bricks, but basically, yeah, I'm gonna build it out for those bricks, and then once the one that we're welding is put together, that one's gonna be kind of more like just a station, like a little more mobile version one, where I can just put it on top of a brake drum then.
And if you have to cut the bricks, you can use just a regular handsaw.
Yeah, well, I was gonna ask you a question because I got so I've got several saw blades for my, I've got a chop saw, but I also have a tile saw.
Right.
And I found like a blade for it but the tile saw has like a thing where it comes up and can pull back.
Right.
So like
my rigid does that.
Okay, bet. So like they show like also using it to cut like those flat stone that they put up on side of like a fireplace or firewall,
Backdrops.
Would that be would that be possible for cutting stone then if I got the right
You don't
want
to get that stone wet.
You don't?
So much, but you could do it.
That's kind of what I thought.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to get it wet.
Because it does, it soaks it.
All right, so we got questions in there. All you got to do is chitty chit chat. There is no hashtag to get in this duck race. We're just going to do a long duck race for all the awesome people hanging out with us. I got the duck race already rocked and rolled and loaded. I'm going to share that screen. If we got any new people that jumped in that aren't chitty chit chatting, I can add you to the list. But we also have all of us here. I'm in there. I think I'm pretty sure Native Arizona Adventures is in there. So if one of us wins, well, it goes to chat. So
a regular skill saw, hand saw, wood saw, and if you have a
diamond blade,
no, not diamond blade, a plywood blade. It's real small teeth, and there's a lot more teeth. That works really good. That's what I use.
Really?
But yeah, or a diamond blade, but if you have a diamond blade,
Badger. You can also score it and bang it.
Yeah, with a razor blade.
Oh yeah. Yeah, probably
You can do it with a chisel. You can do it with a chisel.
Yeah, I could just do it with a chisel. Yeah, I could just do it. I've done that. I've done that forever when I do, because I've done pave. I could just do what I do with my pavers always. Yeah, of course. I don't know why. My brain, it's just how my brain works. I have to compartmentalize things. Like I need to learn how to cross over, because I know how to do paver. I've done that forever. Break all that kind of stonework, chiseling work. But I don't know why I didn't just. Yeah, that's true. That's kind of where my mind went. I was like, I don't know what kind of brick or stone this is, because obviously it's it doesn't have any air bubbles. It's perfect for it can take that kind of heat and abuse from the heat. But
some is like a firestone that's porous, and some's like real solid. Depends on what kind of brand you get. But there's gray stone, and then there's like the cement stone that they make prefab.
Mm-hmm. See, I have a permanent forge that I made completely out of giant logs that trees that I cut down, and I sawmilled myself for the 4 stands, and then I built this entire stone and mortar forge. Mm-hmm. And I ran the whole system through with a giant pumper, air pumper I made.
Heck yeah.
And it's awesome. I love it. It works really, really well, but it weighs 10 million pounds, and it sits behind our cabin. Man. And I used, because I made it during COVID, and I made it up there, and I used the materials that I had, right?
Heck
and
yeah.
It's my favorite thing in the world, because it's basically like a giant desktop table, and I've got a huge, massive 2 feet all the way, or a foot all the way around, and then I've got a 4-foot forge, and out of that 4 feet, about 1.5 feet squared is just hot in the middle, which means I can just heat up, and I can get more of it going if I really want. Obviously, I can pull it out, but it's just perfect for when I wanted to make my pull, just longer items. It was so cool to be able to forge something bigger than a brake drum size.
Yeah, but we'll be making things like this up there, Elijah.
Oh yeah, see, exactly. So that's exactly
you need to give an even heat.
That's why I want to build the forge that I'm building with the weld size, or the one with the bricks. I want to build it so it's for sure going to be at least 2.5 feet long. That way it gives me a good amount of hot. Just the fire pot itself is going.
Hey, Elijah, one of these days when you come back over this way, I have something that we can use for metal wise for the forge. I only have about 35 feet of swimming pool steel that goes around the outside of an above ground pool that we can use for stuff.
Uh-oh.
That sounds sick. What's up, Gold Eagle? Heck yeah.
No,
So you waving?
I was just saying hello to I lost him now. Paul Anthony.
All right, I'm going to read this list. If you don't hear your name, please let me know ASAP. We got Adventures with Goat, Badger Exploration, Chris Golding, Eagle Eye Prospector, JD, Jerk and Herc, Milwaukee Matt, Mona, Mrs. Native Arizona Adventures, PA Prospecting, Tanya Golding, VT Redneck, WK Prospecting, Chilna Grill, and Paul Anthony, Gold Eagle, AU Guys, and Skarzinski.
Ooh.
All right. Anybody else? Anybody did not hear their name? You're not going to be in it. Did I see Mona in there? Did I say Mona?
Yeah. Right
Am I in it?
Yeah.
Yep, you're in it.
Yeah, I'm in it.
Oh, we got WK in there? Yep. Good luck, everybody. I'm going to set it.
This has been a long day.
It's so fun hanging out with you all. Thank you so much. It's been a wonderful day. It
has been.
It's been on long. But thank you to
I was going to shuffle it randomly.
And here, this is so wonderful. This has been a wonderful, wonderful day, and it's such a blessing to have you all here in the stream and hanging out here on my live. So unexpected. Things like this really help me feel connected to you all in this community. So it's incredible. It keeps the dream alive. So thank you all for hanging out.
Awesome.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Oh, that's not going to work.
Ooh, that's really cool, Paul. Yeah, because I have a whole system set up for making charcoal. Like I make charcoal like no other. I've been making charcoal forever.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Way easier.
I was there with Badger when he made his charcoal, and it's nuts how good that stuff turned out.
Right,
My mom's
and like how much he could make in just one go.
My mom's house in West Virginia, you go in the back and down a little bit by the creek, and there's coal in the creek. There's coal all over her yard. Like I was like, hey.
That's super common for me to find. Like I'll go with 5-gallon pails around specifically Green Bay, like the shores of Green Bay, or all around like where the railroads are along the river and the industrial parks of Green Bay. I'll fill up buckets all day long of perfect dry ready to go coal. The only thing that sucks about coal is it burns so much more like what do you call it?
Quick.
Yeah, quick. It has way less life. It burns hotter, which is nice, but it burns so much quicker. So many more fumes, so much more smell, so much more smoke, and just constant like toxic staining of whatever's above you. Where charcoal, I make that from, hardwood I cut down and
nice.
All around my own property and cure. So I'm using 3, 4, 5 year dried hardwood that I cook, around all I fill that my middle tank inside, and then I put that inside of a 55-gallon drum burn barrel, and I've got holes underneath for air, and I put a little like air dryer or blow dryer on the, not blow dryer, but like Milwaukee Electric leaf blower right by the big hole in the front, and I just set that thing, gets it going real nice and hot, and I cook that in about an hour and a half, man. I fill that whole middle gap. What did you say that size is, Charlie? The middle one inside of the 55?
It's I think a 75-gallon drum.
And so, and it's just like that thing will be. I pack the wood in, like I cut it specifically to fit it in, and like it gets. We had so much charcoal. I was even shocked. Like it had been a few years since I'd made it, and that one. So what's nice about that is once I get the charcoal forge going again, because I could have a forge tomorrow if I wanted. It just would be inside of a pot again, inside of a brake drum or a little cast iron pot, and that's just not.
Yeah, because the one that we're busy putting together with like all these other pieces that we're melding and forming to make this thing, it's a process. It's a matter of getting certain materials to attach to other materials and getting it to weld just right.
Literally.
but it will be a cool little coal forge that we can do some cool stuff with and save a little bit on propane and gas.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, it'll be,
right
for me,
back.
I really enjoy that process too. I mean, to me, it's almost a meditative experience. It gives me a center of grounding when I'm out there to come out.
Watching that
Get
cold glow.
Yeah,
with the coal
man.
forge,
I go
I
grab, pull
it'll
from my
take both
pile of
me and
wood.
Badger to work that because one will be running the air, the other one will be working the coals in the piece. We'll switch off so we both can be doing stuff in the video as well.
Yeah, and what's nice is you can get it going really, really well, especially when you build it the way we're doing, where it aerates underneath and everything can drain like the ash and everything. But there's something to it, man. You go out there, you take out on your chopping log your handmade forged axe that you've sharpened yourself, and you take some dried kindling and chisel out a little kindling tree, get it nice and going. Put that sucker right in the forge, stack your little kindling wood around it, then your coals, and build your bed. Then you start that, let it light, and you get the fumes, just smell that little bit of pine ember in the air. It's just, you watch the snow fall out in the distance over the field, and the barn door is open, and just nothing but snow in the forge and that crackle in the background. There's not the constant pressure sound of a forced gas forge going. It's just, and then that puff of the, oh gosh,
it starts up.
There's just something about that just feeds the soul. Like, there's very few things I can do without music, and that is one of them.
Charlie, how much was that little kiln that you got?
That smelter?
Yeah.
It was $179 on Amazon.
Chilling and grilling.
Amazing buy. I'm gonna be picking up something like that once we got the forge going too, because one, to have two available is nice, but also to be able to bring that places and use it as like a little forge if we need to, that's nice too.
Heck of me, yeah.
Yeah, Matt, 20-minute race.
Yeah, Scars, that sounds really cool. I would definitely be down and buying some things off you, especially blacksmithing tool things related like that. I love that kind of stuff. And
bring a trailer, brother.
Yeah. Sorry, what'd you say?
Bring a trailer.
Bring a trailer.
Hell yeah, dude. Will do.
Ask Charlie. He's seen my house, my other house.
I can show you pictures when we hang out.
Oh, that's hell yeah. I love it, man. I love it. I mean, my favorite show that I grew up watching that fed this obsession is American Pickers, man. My dream is to be some crazy old dude in the woods that a group of people stop and try to buy shit off me. That's my dream. I would love that. I'd love to be that wild old dude with some weird stories. Ton of random old stuff that he loves.
What's up, Jody Mosby? Jody Mosby.
Hey, Jody, welcome.
Let me go. I'm gonna see if I
does
can
need a wrench.
link. I'll get this link to this video. You gotta check it out.
I will. Chilling and grilling. Give you a wrench, sir. Oh yeah, is that right, WK Bros? Your dad watched it all the time. We went and met them. That's so cool. My dad's the one who got me into American Pickers too. Actually, he introduced me to the show.
We used to do storage lockers and
storage wars.
Until that show came out, that show ruined it, man. We used to get storage units for like $200-$300. Now they're like $2,000-$3,000.
Oh yeah, dude. I know. I went to one and I thought, I brought like $600, thinking, oh yeah, this will be awesome. We'll have a great time. I went to some tiny little small town one. Nope. Loaded up with people, some big spenders there. I was way out of my depth. I was like, after the fifth one, I was like, all right, I'm going. I'm done. We're going home. Nothing was within like $800 of my budget, of my max budget. I was like, and nothing even looked like I wanted to spend $600 on it.
Yeah, sometimes it's like that, man.
And I mean, that's everything in general. I just, for me, I don't know. I want to do the thing. I think that's more down the line for me though. I think that's 100 200k YouTube Elijah. That's 200k Badger doing the storage unit locker video because that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Go out some crazy area where you think there's gonna be like some really wild stuff. Drop a huge check on a random storage unit. Because then it's about the video. I don't need to make my money back in the unit, per se. Be nice. Make the video better.
Heck yeah.
Look at them ducks go.
Figure out.
Oh, man.
A lot of people were saying that those units were seated when they put them on that show.
That would make sense. A lot. I've filmed several reality TV shows and been on the cruise and stuff. And I mean, I've never been on one that was remotely accurate to how they make it look like it was. It's always just.
It's always
just
rehearsed.
a staged. Yeah, it's a stage. Every time you see them do something, they did it 80 different ways, 20 different times. Like, it's so ridiculous.
I posted a link to it was our store, and there's a video. Someone did a documentary on my dad and us on the store. So
that's so cool, really.
Yeah, we used to go just have yard sales and stuff and go to the flea markets on the weekends.
Oh yeah.
And we'd do construction during the weekday and go do sales and stuff. And then we got shut down by the city after a summer of yard sales. And we ended up getting a store, and that was our store. It was fun while it lasted. Our rent went from $3,200 a month to $8,000 a month, and we said, "See ya."
Yeah, that's kind of the thing. I was like, I've been looking at antique malls to get into. I'm on 4 of their waiting lists, but they all are charging crazy amounts for monthly rents and stuff. They take commissions on it and all that stuff. And I was like,
we rented booths.
Damn.
We had a couple booths in there.
And I get, like, it makes sense. It's a good deal. Like, I would, if I ever, someday own a building and own a store, I would definitely do the same thing if I had extra space. Like, it makes sense. But I'm like, dang, I have to make sure I'm making a lot of money for me to make sure this lease is worthwhile. So I was like, kind of just doing the math in my head. And I've got this big old shed in the back there that's mouse-proofed. All I got to do really to it is just put up some shelves and a couple of lights for, so I have a little more storage system there. I'm like, I'm just going to put together my online website and see where that goes first and just try to sell these things online, do different things, show you guys here if anyone's interested in stuff when I come across it. But like, for the most part, just kind of try to run it online because,
heck yeah,
that's a guarantee.
You should check out
$120+ a month.
You should check out Whatnot. It's a sales app.
Whatnot?
Yeah, there's a lot of awesome stuff you can buy on Whatnot. Live stream. You got to do a lot of verification stuff. You cannot participate in Whatnot buying and selling unless you send a picture to them of your ID. So
okay, cool. I like that. The verification
that's fully verified. In order to participate, you must be ID verified, and that saves a lot. Like Scars got ripped off by that guy on Instagram.
TK Bullion. Don't
only buy from people that you trust. And I have a lot of good silver sellers like Scars, Any Jewelry, Silver Scorpion, Shreky I've got all kinds of different people that sell all kinds of different things. If one doesn't have what you want, another one will. Don't buy from people you don't know, and don't buy from people that don't have verifications and references, because all you got to say is, give me your references. They'll give you people that you can verify or people that are verified, and it's the safe way to play.
That's smart.
Yep.
I know I only buy from, someone that's, like you said, verified, or from a reputable source, someone that like you, Jericho, or Scars, or someone that says, hey, I vouch for this person.
And I don't vouch for people just willy-nilly.
Exactly, and that's kind of the thing, is I know both of you are very similar to me in that aspect of, like, I'm not just going to say, hey.
Speaking of, I vouched for my friend Shreky Lou over there on Instagram, and JD ended up buying one of Shreky Lou's coins through a reference verification.
Right on.
Heck yeah.
Matt and Paul Anthony are getting ready to snuggle, it looks like. They're picking on each other. Diving with Scuba Steve.
Hey. What's up, brother?
PA Patriot, we got 6 minutes, 30 seconds, so you are lagging and dragging. You better fast forward and get in the live.
We started chilling and grilling.
Would you look at that? Just look at it. Would you look at that?
Smoking and joking.
Token and poking.
Where'd my tea go, man?
All sorts of tea tonight, boy. Look at that. Adventures with Goat. We got Chris Golding. Oh, that purple duck looks like it's losing its momentum.
I'm going to bring the ducks back up so I can see them close up. There's a pack right there. I mean, it's like...
There is.
Just
Miss
like
Native
a herd.
Arizona adventure.
I wonder who's going to win. Do they even know what they're going to win?
I don't know.
Do you guys in chat even know what you're going to win?
Do we ever know? Hashtag safety meeting. I know. It's getting there, Steve.
Shortly.
Shortly. After this duck race, I'm gonna be safety meeting it up.
That's where I had to go.
And
I had to go with the left.
Anyone's game, JD. Dang straight. Anyone's game. We token it. Well, token anyway. Scuba Steve in the house. PA Patriot, I am so excited. I am so excited to get to meet you, sir, at the spring dirt fling. Very excited.
That's right. We're going to have a pan that everybody needs to sign. We need to make sure that everybody signs that pan. And then I'm buying a couple metal pans. Joe's going to get a metal pan. Charlie's getting a metal pan. And it's going to be fun.
How much to buy a metal pan?
I'll let you know off air because we're going to get them on sale.
All right. Just assume that I'm getting one if it's under 50.
I already assumed it.
Hell yeah. Bet. I didn't hear my name, so I wanted to make sure I was in on that. Oh, by the way, I'm bringing my wood burner. And I just made a custom handle for my pickaxe. And I'd love to get you guys to wood burn your initials on my very first prospecting expedition. So get the team on there. It'd be pretty momentous.
Home zoo prospecting needs
That'll be nice,
brother.
Oh, I'm on it.
Right.
Home zoo prospecting right here. Hello,
I've seen
howdy.
5 people come in that are not in the race. But I just want to say, if any one of us that's in panel or the Treasure Fam wins the race or gets DAL, if you don't know what DAL stands for, it's Dead Donkey Last. Woo. But if any one of us gets it, we do a chat giveaway, and we're all in there. Some of us got more than one entry, like the Arizonas. They did a split.
Yay.
Casey's in there with the baby, and I'm over here in the studio.
We'll say goodnight to the baby. I
I
prefer Elijah or Badger. Those would be my preferred addressed names, but I just don't like Eli because everyone's always tried to call me Eli, but nothing against you. Appreciate it, though. Thanks for asking.
Eli doesn't fit.
It just, I'm sorry, Mona. I know, everyone always tries at work, too. Everyone's trying to call me Eli. I'm like, I don't know.
The Adventure Badger.
It's Elijah. Oh, or it's Badger. Yeah, exactly. The Adventure Badger. I don't know why I got a Jersey accent for that.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that was Casey.
Jersey!
Yeah.
Speaking of Jersey, I've been editing. I edited 3 videos today, all from my New Jersey trip that I took with Miss Honey Badger and Danny Dip out for my, when I had my feature film that was on the festival circuit. It was featured in the Smodcast Film Festival, which is a pretty big national film festival in New Jersey there. But what was so cool about it was right on the coast there, right where everyone takes the ferry from Jersey to New York. And I camped that night. Me and Anastasia in the Bear looked out and got to sleep and watch right on the water, right on the ocean, listening to the ocean all night, watching the coast, like the stars, or not the stars, sorry, the lights from the city sparkle in the distance like stars. It was so cool. It was such an incredible day.
Kind of like in the background there.
Yes, exactly. Kind of like your background. Exactly.
Yeah. I was thinking about
so excited for that.
Flipping it upside down.
Matt's having some
there
kinky
you
conversation with himself in there. He says, only trust people that fall in your holes.
Charlie.
Only a person wearing a leprechaun hat that's 7 foot tall.
Falling in holes looking for gold.
I always wonder
Elijah
what my dad,
is cool.
I always wonder what my mom, dad, or my grandma, like my family must think when they come out in the barn and they see just like me out there covered in soot and black, making crap out of, tearing off just chunks of dirt out of things, like looking like mechanic hands. I don't think the last time I could see under my fingernails, I don't even know. Like, insane. I mean, or the other day when we come out, there's me and Charlie. Charlie's wearing 6 foot giant, right? Wearing his big old Irish, leprechaun hat. We got a smelter going. He's pulling out copper. We just dropped a pile of it all over. So I can't even imagine what my dad's like, what he's thinking in his head when he saw that. He comes out and sees this going on in his backyard. They're filming it. They're live. They're spilling copper all over.
All right, we're down to the last 30 seconds. This race is looking crazy.
Remember,
Ooh.
Ways to Die? You should go film that copper spill.
Yeah,
Here
that'd
we
be
go,
funny.
20 seconds ago.
All right, they're lining up. I faded way back to the way back. Holy cow, I fell off the screen. All right, who's going to hit the turbos? I see somebody coming up out of the back here that's got an eagle in their name, and I also see somebody that's got a prospector in their name. Ooh!
Oh my gosh. Eagle eye.
Eagle Eye. Congratulations. You have made it to the Wheel of Wonder.
Nice.
Good day, son.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Oh, let's do
Good
some
day.
scroll action.
Who's the DAL?
All right, so in second place, we've got Gold Eagle. In third place, we've got AU Guys. Fourth, Adventures with Goat. Fifth, Tanya Golding. Sixth, there's no way I'm sixth. I fell way off the map. Mona, seventh.
Who's last?
You want me to fast scroll? You don't want me to make them wait? You want me to zoom it?
Oh,
You want me to zoom it?
It's up to you.
I'll zoom it. I'm zooming it. It's too late.
Zoom,
Too late. The ADD says
Zoom,
VT
zoom.
Redneck.
VT Redneck.
VT Redneck. Congratulations.
Congratulations, brother.
All right, so
Heck yeah.
Joe, I see Mr. Gold Eagle writing that down. Can we get a rundown, Joe, of who's all in the race?
I need to. Who was the last one again?
VT Redneck. And did you get the Gold Pan and Dutchie from earlier? And
Yeah.
the other one I sent?
VT prospecting. What that was?
VT Redneck.
VT Redneck.
And Eagle Eye.
Everyone, I will be right back. I gotta use the little
Native
badger room.
Arizona needs a wrench.
All right.
Tanya, go.
He's got to go potty. He'll be back. All right, let's get a rundown. Who's all in it? Good night, Tanya. We didn't say we were leaving. We were just running the race. And we'll be adding more people tomorrow morning.
It should be up around 57. You want all the names?
Ooh. Let's give it.
All right. If they're double, I'm just gonna say their name twice. I ain't got them doubled up over here.
All right. You ain't got them listed yet?
All right.
All right. We can do that.
Home Zoo Prospecting, Rockzilla, Angie Rocks, Arizona, Iron Antler, JD, Mandy's Candy, Greg Bates, Silver or Gold, David Maynard, Stephen Rose, DTS Coins, Ellie Ray, Mona, Silver or Gold, JD, Venture DeLoe, Tom Moore, Vern LaPointe, Madtown Magnet, Sharon Housen, twice, past and present, Patricia Cockerham, Cash Money, Jody Greenwood, Bacchus, DB, Dirty Paws, Rob Random, Chris Golding, Home Zoo, DC Prospecting, Shannon Housen, Chris Golding, Mona, Dutchy, Bacchus, Space Miner, Mona again, DB, Renee Vesta, Tanya Golding, Tortiga Lisa, S Girl, Marcy Collins, Milwaukee Matt, Scuba Steve, 406 Miner, Tanya Golding, Dutchy Jocko twice, Angie Rocks Arizona, Jimmy Lacari, JD, Dutchy again, Eagle Eye, and VT Redneck.
All right, Tom Kingery. These are the people that have made it on the wheel so far, but there are more spots tomorrow, more spots Monday, more spots Tuesday. We also have the phrase that plays that starts tomorrow morning. So there's plenty of ways to get you in that race, but we got a big stream next Friday, the 31st. That's when we're going to be doing this Wheel of Wonder, and we're going to ask you guys what you think of all of this stuff we've been doing the last month. We want your guys' opinion. We're going to put some polls up, and we're going to see how things go to see if we're going to change things, do things differently. And if anybody wants to contribute to said Wheel of Wonder, please contact us at treasurefam23@gmail.com.
I will be adding a knife, by the way.
No, is it just treasurefam@gmail.com, or is it treasurefam23?
I thought it was treasurefam23.
23.
Yeah.
treasurefam23@gmail.com. And if you want to
it's just like
prize
Badger Exploration 13@gmail.com, because somewhere no one has any of the social media for Badger Exploration. No one. Not for any of them. But someone has the Gmail of Badger Exploration 1 through 12.
Wow.
They're trying to hack you.
Apparently.
Yeah, Tom Kingery, all those names that I just read off are all the names that we have on the big wheel so far.
Heck yeah.
All right, so can we get a rundown of what we got going on? So I know, where am I at here? I'm going to So what do you got planned? I know what we're doing tomorrow. Everybody knows what we're doing tomorrow. But is the Adventure Badger going to be doing any forging, any hammering? Are you looking at doing some duck races for some Badger-made blades?
Ooh, I'm tempted. I have, unfortunately, tomorrow I have a lot of things planned with...
No, talk about Monday during your stream.
Oh, Monday during my stream? Oh, good. Okay, cool. Yes, so Monday for the stream. I will not be forging Monday, as it's supposed to be bitter cold. And with the storm, I want to play it safe and be hardwired in, since we've already had some Wi-Fi issues and even some power, not outages, but just some, dimming of the lights and such. Some weakness, I'll call it. And that being said, I want to hardwire in and be at the desk, but I will, because I have several knives, 8, that are ready to go as of today, completely heated, cooked, treated, and sealed, and ready to go for you guys all to see. So I'm going to be showing those off and having a few of those available for people that are interested in them. And I will kind of be using that time as well to chat with you guys about what you want to see come our next Forge Day, which will be the next Monday. We're going to be doing a live forging.
Ooh. All right. Now, Tuesday. What do we got with scars on Tuesday?
Hoping to be pouring some bars.
Ooh.
Heck yeah.
Waiting for them ceramics still?
Exciting.
Yeah, hoping that ceramic will be here by now.
All right. So if we don't get some bars poured, we'll always be running those comment pickers and that duck race at the end. But we're going to be doing some other interesting stuff on there too, I'm sure. I know people like to win silver and get into some silver races because they're cheap enough to be able to pay to play race. And then we got Wednesday, right? And who do we got on Wednesday?
Native Arizona Adventure.
Arizona.
Yeah, we're going to be doing some cutting, maybe some polishing. I've been talking about doing some acid treatment with some fluorite, so might be doing that as well. show more of the polishing side of things, and then the acid treatment side of things, and calcite and fluorite. So, yeah, more giveaways.
Not to cut you guys off, Jericho, but Tuesday I may be doing a 1,000K giveaway.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh,
40.
heck yeah. Congratulations.
40 away.
Let's get them there, guys. 40 away. Come on. The Treasure Fam, we can make it happen. Let's get it there. Let's 40 away. Share out Scars.
Share out Scars.
That's incredible. I mean, it's just like I would never thought in a million years that I would be at where I am just 6 months ago. So, dude, your first 1,000's a feeling like no other. Let's get him there. Let's let him feel it, huh?
Yeah, let's get Jericho. I'm on my way.
And Charlie's sleeping.
No, I'm not. I'm still looking for a vehicle.
YouTube purged me once. All right, so we got Native Arizona's Wednesday.
Yeah.
Now look at you, Chuckles. What do you got going on?
Right now, I'm scrolling through Craigslist looking for vehicles.
Thursday.
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 I have no idea. I have no idea. To tell you the truth, I have no idea.
All right, we're going to have a surprise Thirsty Thursday with AU Guys Prospecting because you never know. But I know some of the stuff we got to do on Friday. That's right. We got some stuff we got to do on Friday.
Friday on my stream?
Right.
Yeah, we got that giant wheel to run through.
I'm going to my granddaughter's house, and I'm going to ride her big wheel up and down the driveway.
On live?
Nice. I'm guessing that's
we're going to do the big wheel on Friday.
Oh, we're going to do the big wheel of wonder.
The big wheel of wonder, the infamous big wheel.
All right.
So I don't have to plan on doing anything. I had a few things planned, but now I can save them for another day, another time, another event, because I got to run the big wheel.
All right. And then for those of you that, that's pretty. For those of you that don't know, we are going to actually have an interruption to our regularly scheduled programming from April 13th through April 24th. A lot of us are going to be on the road and without good cell service. We'll be in the mountains of Virginia, and then we're going to the mountains of North Carolina. There's going to be a whole bunch of us, but Josh and Casey and Scars Prospecting are going to take up the slack. Now, are you guys going to run on our days, on our streams through the Treasure Fam, or how are we going to work that?
Yeah, so you guys get your hours. I think we can run it through your stream.
All right.
And we can broadcast on multiple places.
Yeah, broadcast on your own as well. Do whatever you want. I mean, at least for mine, I'm cool with whatever. I know too. I'm sure we'll have times and areas where we'll have some service, or I'm going to try my best to be posting out stories and content to show a little behind the scenes of what's going on and shorts and whatever else. But if we get the chance to go live, I'll definitely be hitting up the chat and sending out the links now that I know how to make it all on my phone. I made a little Apple workaround app thing for it, so it gets me there a bit quicker now. And I figured I can airdrop the link, so I don't need to download the whatchamacallit anymore. The iMessage.
I'm just hoping that they have Wi-Fi service where we're going to have breakfast.
Yeah.
All right. So, yes, I plan on going to the buffet. Oh, we're going to go get the all-you-can-eat buffet at Golden Corral more often than not, I'm sure, because we're probably going to only eat once a day. But I do have the Wi-Fi password. Yeah, I do have the Wi-Fi password for the Mind, so we may be able to do some multi-streaming. But they said they got high-speed satellite internet.
Nice.
Wild Blue Hippo.
Like I'm going to make a Costco run and fill up my new big giant Cabela's Yeti, Cabela's version of the Yeti cooler.
I got one of those.
Yeah, I gotta get mine. I'm gonna sticker it all up, get it ready to go, because I'm gonna.
All right, we got another prize to add to the Wheel of Wonder. Chilling and Grilling Adventures with Dan B would like to throw a can koozie pack in for the big wheel.
Awesome.
Yeah, right on, brother.
Chilling and Grilling. It's awesome.
Woo! I love that name, by the way. Can't believe you got it too.
And I think the thing that's going to help us is if one of those guys up there is live on our time frame, we can jump in, but we'll probably be
yeah, that's the worry.
But if we can talk, we can talk a little bit. Yeah. But we'll be able to come in and say hi.
How's it going?
And then
look at this gold.
Look at these gems. Look at these relics. Look at this gold. Look what Elijah fell into.
I found. Wow. Honestly, I'm hoping that I do find some really cool old relics or just some cool old tools. I mean, I don't know what it is about a tool. I think it's the human connection to it, because, like, if you've ever held an old, used, well-used tool by someone that lived and died by that tool.
Joe does that every day.
Their life. Yeah, like when you hold and pick that tool up in your hand, you feel the energy. The power,
if you
man.
know what this tool means.
I know he's joking, but still. Yeah.
I love you, Joe. I love you, Joe.
I don't know.
All right, Dan, we greatly appreciate that donation into the Wheel of Wonder. But yeah, I know what you're saying, though. Like, I found I'd say a mid-1930s, 1940s wrench set in a leather. Like, it had this leather flap that flipped over. You open it up, and then there's little slots in there. And there was all the wrenches. Like, they were all in there. And my dad's like, hey, that's a mechanic's bag. Or it was a mechanic's flip pouch for wrenches. And it had sockets that were weird looking, but it wasn't one of the ratchet drives. It was the socket set thing was basically
the kind where it goes.
It wasn't ratchet.
I've got like 7 of them.
Internal ratchet.
Ratchet. Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I know. I've got 7
really
of them, but
cool.
I don't have the full set. I've been trying to get the set with the leather. What brand is it?
I don't even remember. I was 12 or 13 when I found it.
Oh wow!
And one of my dad's buddies offered me $100 for it, and when you're 12 or 13, and it was 1990. I'll just tell you, in 1990, I found this when I was a wee young lad, and I got offered $100, and that sucker went, "See ya." I probably could have got more for it, but I do remember that it had Volkswagen. I'm pretty sure it was a Volkswagen because it had the thing on the front of it. If it wasn't Volkswagen, it was BMW. But they said it was the thing on it said 1930 to 1950 something car.
Probably Volkswagen. And that's World War II era.
Yeah. But dude bought that quicker and slicker and snot. I just couldn't believe that the leather wasn't destroyed.
Very well kept.
That's really cool. That's really cool. No, I love old tools. Pretty much every tool I own is an old tool I've either refurbished or just taken care of.
They don't make them like they used to.
This is a magnet fishing find I found, which I just thought looked cool after I chipped all the stuff off of it.
Let me make you big.
Oh,
that might be an old. If that's an old keen cutter.
Yeah.
If it could be brought back without damaging it, that's a $50-$60 hammerhead.
That's what I thought, but unfortunately,
is it a Stanley?
I mean, it's. I'm pretty sure it is a Keen. Unfortunately, if you look, there's a giant fault crack right here, runs all the way down. Look at that chunk out of the front. Again, this was found in a river.
Yeah, but you can always tack weld that.
200-year-old town. Yeah, like for me though, and my purposes, it's a better wall piece with a bit of wood in it, like it is here. I'm gonna put it up.
Does it say King Cutter on it?
So, where was it?
On the side there in the middle.
Yeah, that's where we thought. Excuse me. So
Elijah needs to get a drink.
That's awesome.
I'm pretty sure right here we saw the last part of. I thought we could say the K, the top of the E, and the I. But again, this is so eroded. This thing was mostly just mud and clay. Like, we didn't even know it was a hammer, except for this part here that I caught it from.
Do you have an electrolysis?
Not yet. So I've been on the hunt for old enough. I have everything.
Make one out of a battery charger.
That's all I do.
About to say.
And
I'm looking for the right. All my battery chargers are too new. So I've been trying to find an old one that doesn't have the regulator thing on it.
DC current.
Yeah. So that's the only. I've got literally I've got everything set up. I've even got a whole bunch of sacrificial metal ready.
Some copper wire for electrodes.
Yep.
And a steel pole or a steel rod. 4 in each corner, with the copper going to each one of them. Heck yeah.
Elijah, you're getting yelled at.
You don't have reception in the Carolinas because you're in the valley.
I'd love to go live with you, Scars. Looks like you know what you're talking about. I don't know shit. So I'd love to go live with you, and you can help me and my subscribers work through the first electrolysis process.
Heck yeah. I used to do it with all my cast iron. My dad used to
nice.
Go put that in there, throwing this on eBay, So I go clean stuff up or use it for old tools or whatever. Stuff I find that I want to bring back.
Dude, there's like so many small stuff I want to like bring back that you just can't. Yeah. There's not other ways to really work at it safely that I feel like that's the best way to go. So that's exciting.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I do have a lot of crap. I've been drinking water. I got a lot of just phlegm just from it went from 45, 50 degrees the other day. I was outside foraging in my short sleeve, had my pants riding up, and I'm pouring sweat to now the next day it's, literally like -2 out and blistering a foot of snow. I mean, it just is like
crazy out of nowhere too.
This time of year just wreaks hell on Wisconsinites' bodies because we just get we go from summertime to wintertime, and I got this huge chunk of metal. I had my whole goggle on, but this chunk of metal hopped up and melted through the middle of the foam between the part that was my eyebrow, or like skin, and the plastic of the foam part that's like the cushion between you and the plastic of the goggle. It melted in between that, fell through, and melted on my eyebrow, and then I flicked, and it like burned and like scratched my eye.
Oh man.
Oh, does it frickin' hurt? So if I'm constantly blinking, that's why.
All right, Home and Zoo.
That's why there's the importance of wearing the proper safety gear.
Yeah, we had it on, but it just
had an incredibly. I mean, I should have had like a visor over the goggle, or now it's like anything.
You learn.
Native.
Hey, what's up, Wallace?
Native Arizona Adventures needs a wrench.
How does he not have a? How many times do I have to give him a wrench?
Miss.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, Charlie. What were you saying, Charlie?
No, I was saying the same thing you were saying. It's Miss Native Arizona Adventures.
Right on.
Bye, Home Zoo and Prospecting.
Wallace Family Adventures. How's it going?
Hello.
Wallace Family Adventures.
Paul Anthony said, "What's safety gear? It's when you squint your eyes really, really good."
Yeah.
Safety squint. As Bogus Prospecting would say, safety squint.
Oh, do you know what this is?
Those are
like some finger cutters.
Yeah, but do you know what finger cutters these are?
The guys who owe you money.
If any of you watch my content in the comments and can guess, these are in a thumbnail of one of my most popular videos.
Hey, that's a ring.
One of my earlier videos where the police were involved as well, if you do remember. I actually, if someone can guess it, someone want to help me put a clock on? Let's do 10 minutes. If anyone can guess it from my videos in the next 10 minutes, all right? So at 43, at an hour and 43 minutes from now. If anyone guesses it, I will give out a surprise gift from the toolbox of mysteries. All right?
Right on.
Ooh, you've heard it there.
Now you need to go and comment on the video to prove that I know you. You know what video you're talking about.
What are we guessing? What it is?
He wants you to go search to find that video and say where those pliers come from.
Why these are special pliers relating to my magnet fishing.
Those are pruners.
Exploration. Yeah, whatever.
They're Guido
See?
finger choppers.
Yeah, they're ring removers. Hey, you can't get. Hey, they're ring removers. You can't remove a ring, so you cut the finger off, and I get my ring.
Okay.
Right?
Did you know to bite a finger off, it would be the same as biting it down on a baby carrot? They say.
Yeah.
Your brain blocks your ability to do it.
It's only like what, 8 pounds of pressure?
Yeah, it's a ridiculously small amount.
Man.
Especially if you're on a joint. I think it's like 6 or 4 or something.
That's ridiculous.
I know. It's
All
so
right.
small. It's like
I'll
nothing.
I'll give a quarter gram of gold in pay dirt for somebody to do that.
Find it. Now it's gold and a freaking relic prize.
This live's getting demonetized. We got Gold Eagle out here offering people to bite their finger off for gold.
No, I thought he said your video.
No, that's to bite the finger off.
Oh, on video.
Ready? Here we go.
Here's an old wrench, a woodworker's wrench.
Nice wood handle.
Yeah.
Missing a little cap on it.
I know.
Dang darn.
In pretty rough shape too. I found it in the woods, inside of a pail with a few other old tools, but most of them were rotted out at the bottom.
Sometimes they use the handles for multiple shivs.
Yeah.
So they'll slide in and out, and they'll lose that brass tip on them.
The little.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's steel.
Yeah,
How
I
old do you
love
think
the
that
handles.
is?
I don't know.
Joe, when did they come out with that, Joe?
What?
That's probably like 1910, 1920s, 30s.
Yeah. Oh, I got one of these guys here.
Yeah,
That's sweet.
That's a tank wrench.
Multi-wrench.
The tank one?
It's probably for oxygen acetylene tanks.
Yeah.
Oh, those
For
kind of
welders.
tanks. Oh,
Welding.
okay.
Welding unit.
Okay. Shoot, I found that magnifishing. Joe, you got me really hyped there, bro.
Stuff like that.
You got me so hyped. I was like, what?
It's a U.S. military tank from World
Literally,
War
that's what I was
I.
thinking. I was like, what the hell is that doing in Anaco?
You gave Elijah a relic chubby, and then it went away.
Literally.
He's like, wah, wah,
Literally,
wah.
I was like, blue balls. I got one of these things. He's in.
Yeah.
That's the
Found
kind of
this
wrench
mag-
I was talking about.
Look at this. I found this magnifishing. It works. Look how good a condition this is. It was inside of this mud, inside of this like disgusting lake, like this thick soot, like it's black soot, but it's like you could put. It looks like the water is 2 feet deep, right? But you jump in there and you would go. Your entire body would go underneath black soot. You know, like
And
it's so disgusting. Yeah, and it's like I just found this somewhere at the bottom. It there was some goo and some slime on it, but like it cleaned up like this, which is a little CLR.
It all preserved it.
And look at
that mud preserved it.
It was trapped in that clay, no oxygen getting to it.
It's incredible. That's one of the things that's interesting about magnifishing is I find so many tools that like you can understand how they're practically lost. Oh yeah, for sure. Let me grab.
Have a good night, JD.
Good night, JD. Here it is.
Yeah, that's pretty badassness right there.
Yeah, that's nice. That's real cool.
And that's a
It's
railroad
set up. This is actually it's part of the railroad, but this is a different type of nail. This nail was used on putting together the cross beams and different Y sections for like the bridges or support systems.
The S
so these
brace.
Yeah, these are kind of these are like the holy grail of railroad nails as far as like non-rail nails. Like as far as like their these rot away. So like we've been fortunate enough to find a lot of these mud spots where we pull magnets up with these. I mean, I used to sell these. I wish I had more of these because this is a way more I think creative way of preserving them than just selling them like I was rusty in the raw. I was selling them for like 1 to 2 a piece for $18 to $22 on Etsy. And I just love the fact that I can create this thing with this. I never thought I could do this until I just like did what I saw in a YouTube video.
Heck yeah.
Yeah,
like it's
really nice.
It's it's kind of awesome. I'm fortunate that I will be able to give it to you in person because I will definitely be making a video just me getting to meet you and hand this over to you at my first ever creation. It's like handing over a piece of my creative soul. So cheers to you, my friend.
Right on.
In honor. So hopefully no one ever has to find this on a magnet. Hopefully they find it in your house or your storage unit or something.
And not in the neighbor.
Yeah. If you do, just make sure to shout out Badger Exploration and put the hashtag on.
Mail opener.
Mail opener. Yeah, that's nice.
Here's a cool chisel I found that I would love to try to restore, but they beat the piss out of this whoever owned it last.
Well, it used to have an internal piece to it. And
yeah, it used to have a handle.
Yeah.
I think it was, when I look at it, how thick it is, it looks like it's a lathe bit that they used as like just a banging chisel when at some point it snapped, because I can tell the edge has been worked several times, so it's not at its full
or finest.
Yeah, if anything, I think it would be a nice one to kind of shave down in the forge and turn into one of those arrowhead pokers at the end of a little walking stick.
Nice.
Oh yeah, try it.
Yeah, it's kind of what I've been doing with a lot of these kind of things. Or these are always fun little trident, those kind of things.
Heck yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
Mona says, how can you give the first knife you ever forged away, Elijah? How can you give it away?
Because you guys give me so very much, and you guys are the first people that have brought me to a mental and,
here's the first one
economical, emotional way to be able to create that. So it's the least that I can do. I mean, I'll always have the memory videoed live and that moment shared with you. That's the real beauty of it. I mean, now that that knife's always in my mind. It's in these hands. It's in those tools. Like I was saying, that the memory of that knife right there is in the hammer and the anvil that I made with these hands. Like,
yeah, and
I have that knife till the day I die.
Yeah, I was able to finish.
Someone else can enjoy that knife. It's nothing but joy. Oh wow, that looks.
I'm glad I talked you into that, Elijah.
I am too. I just never thought that I would be able to make something, good enough for
Charlie,
all or anything
I got you big now
of your guys' time. So
this is the first one I ever made with Elijah, and this is one that he had started back in high school, using the coal forge and pounding out as much as he possibly could. And within like 30 minutes of being over at Elijah's house with that smelter and some bricks that we put in there, we were able to knock this thing out real quick.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah, it makes me almost want to tear up to see it alive and well like it is. I mean, I spent I don't even know how many months during the winters and summers hammering on that after blowing on it with a torch or putting it in a coal forge for hammering on it endlessly, well beyond the time you should be hammering, just because I could only get it so hot in the forge I had at the time. It was only X amount of hot because I didn't have airflow or the ability for any of the ash to go anywhere. So it just so it's incredible to have the heat control and the ability to build the forges.
I can see Charlie inside a crystal.
That's crazy.
It's a Herkimer
what,
diamond.
the crystal or his fingernail?
Well, we've seen his talons. Look at that's got a winky coming off.
I swear, he doesn't even need that's why I said to him. He doesn't need a shovel. He could just dig.
Yeah, all clear.
Those are insanely clear. Have you ever looked at the sun through those?
Not yet. We just got them.
It's not good to look at the sun.
I bet we could use those to start a fire.
That's what I was saying.
Easily.
Do those magnify?
Oh yeah, because I've put it up to stuff written on paper, and you can see.
What if you took a bunch of them and we bound them together, dude? Into a mega, into a little mega circle, bro. Oh, that would be such a sick live and do a little video on that. People would love that short. That would go TikTok viral.
I got a whole bag full of Herkimer diamonds here.
Dude, yes. Let's do that. Oh man, let's bind them all together and make a mega telescope that we could just start fires wherever.
Or could you imagine just the cool rainbow effect it would have? Sitting in somewhere like windowsill or something.
Dude, it's like I've got this huge crystal that is just like a glass cut into a crystal shape that's designed just for videographer. Because I'm a videographer, right, by trade and profession. And like, so I've got a big old giant crystal that you put in front of angles of your camera lens. And then I've got this special little lens that screws over that has a slider that goes over to give different effects.
Bring Joe over so we can see his big crystal.
Yeah, I've got like
Joby
3 crystal balls, but Anastasia's commandeered them, all but one for her.
Slipped one in on
decor.
Looks like he twisted the end.
All right, guys. All right, 43. Did anyone guess it?
I did not see.
I didn't either. I was watching. Huh. Well, it's when I've caught in Oshkosh it's from when I caught in Oshkosh the ankle monitor. This was the only reason I got the ankle bracelet monitor. It was connected to the bracelet when he had cut it off him. It was pinched in the plastic, literally shut like it is now. I haven't touched it. And the police officer just took the bracelet when I called the number on the bracelet, and still waiting on my $150 reward that they promised.
Those usually come out the 1st of July, Elijah.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
We'll see. There's a new company took over since the last owner that issued that bracelet, and they said they aren't sure they need to validate it. And then the police sheriff was very generous and even contacted them, telling them they should be. Anyways, it's a whole thing that may or may not come out on a video in the next few months, depending on the cooperation of the police department.
Hey, hand that to me, Charlie.
That is pretty shiny.
Charlie, hand that to Nick. That shiny? Here. I'll put you above him. Other way, Nick. You're reaching the wrong way.
Oh, man.
There you go. Now you can get it.
Wow.
Who is this humming?
Heck yeah. Charlie.
Is that you?
You over here? Down here?
No, it's not you. Not you. Not you.
I hear
it is Jericho. Oh, of course it's
Jericho. Charlie's got it now.
Sorry, Jericho. You can unmute yourself. I was just curious. It's just slowly driving me mad.
It's my converter.
Your fan in your car?
The converter for the power to keep the laptop charged.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
This isn't anything really that old. This is just my grandfather's wrench.
Heck yeah, Punisher.
Man, remember Sears? Go back. I wish Sears was still. I was still around for Sears and I owned Sears because my dad and my grandfather owned Sears. Like,
hey, that's when
you just go in and they just sharpen. Yeah, every tool. I look for Sears tools. Oh man, I look for Sears tools like I look for frickin'. Like, I'm assuming people look for drugs in the street. I don't know. Like, it's seriously, I look for them everywhere.
That sounds like an addiction.
It is. It is. I have so many tools. I have so many incredibly well-built and made tools. I love them.
They guaranteed all their tools. You break it, they'll replace it.
I know. You would bring in your tool set, and they would sharpen all of it. I mean, imagine that. Like, I would bring in... Like, and my dad tells me this stuff. My grandpa, tons of people will older people that used to buy and have Sears would bring in their sets and they just sharpen them for you and you have brand new sets if need be. Like, it's incredible, like that kind of service and like quality, and also the tools themselves were made to last and be repaired and be used and passed down. Like, they were quality tools. Like,
heck yeah.
Oh. And tools are...
Am I still humming?
Awesome. Tools are the reason... No, you're not. Oh, my gosh. Oh,
I shut the inverter off.
Oh, yes, I can hear, like, everything again. You're the best, dude. Thank you. Oh, this is one of my prized things that I was hunting for a long time that I found that I'm excited to learn how to restore. A bit. Adjustable. An adjustable.
Ooh, a slide wood bit.
Yeah, that also isn't rusted out to all hell, or beat or any chunks out of the edge. Nothing damaging, nothing other than just a little bit of loving, sweet, tender care. Like
To fix it up.
I even without any lubing it up or anything, was able to easily slide the blade and sizer back and forth and secure it. It's firm. It's like, oh, pick this up at a garage sale and I had to buy. That's why I have an entire chest filled with. I have so many hand drills. Like you come across them like crazy, but I use them for all different types of like crafty things I make for. I'm gonna try to go to these different craft fairs, so I'm making like a toilet paper holder out of these old broken hand drills.
Hand drill, that's cool.
Yeah, right. But yeah, I bought this. I bought an entire pack of like 30 different hand drills or little bits like this, or all wedges just for this bit.
Matt, you already know the answer to that.
Worth it.
Gold Pen and Dutchy Jacko said, hold on, we got a message from Amsterdam. I see Elijah's live, but YouTube won't let me on my account. I can't even watch a video. What do I do? We've got an emergency text message from Amsterdam.
That's why.
I told him to check for updates.
Don't know. I would say turn off your phone and restart it again if you're doing it from your phone. This would be a good part to do something with, because this isn't like worth anything. I could just actually, this would be a nice handle for another tool I could blacksmith. I'll bring that out to the shed. But yeah, I like this a lot. I don't know. It's like I have a few things in the shop that are just like I've made traditional way only, like no electric hand tool, nothing, just old school. I just like the process. Takes forever though. It's like my woodworking bench I made completely by hand, planed all the wood, everything down by hand, like wood glued it, clamped it, everything. Took me like 4.5 months of COVID. So like doing it 5 days a week. Like, and it's just because I kept messing up, because I didn't have any formal teacher. Most of it was because I didn't know how to correctly. It took me like a month to figure out how to correctly sharpen and adjust my hand planers. So
Tom Kingery, we're guessing about the pruning shears in one of his videos.
Ooh.
Tom Kingery was asking about what was the.
Oh yeah, these. So these pruning shears are from the video where I caught a ankle bracelet ankle monitor, and the only reason I picked up that ankle monitor with my magnet fishing, I was actually joined by I was joined by Clay from the Rusty Magnets, Jen, his lovely significant other, or better half. I was joined by Danny Dip as well. But anyways, we picked up this ankle bracelet, and the police came and took it away. There's supposed to be a reward or whatever, but it was a pretty big deal at the time, because it was like, it was one of my bigger videos, one of my more viewed videos, but also I haven't seen anyone else to this point yet catch an ankle monitor because they aren't magnetic. I wonder
what Grandma's missing her prune cutters that someone stole on the run.
I know. Probably her grandson, just running with her shears, little knoppers.
But depending on where you found it, I might know who probably did it.
Come and catch it, Copper.
Found it in Oshkosh. Or not, Oshkosh.
Yeah, that's a good possibility.
All I gotta say is I got a hug from a Milwaukee cop after we found them awesome stuff in Milwaukee.
Yeah, dude, the police officers here in Wisconsin, man. I've had like 2 interactions my whole time, and both were, one-offs in my opinion. If I was gonna say anything, because like overall, the police force have been nothing but helpful and courteous and supportive, especially once they understand and hear. Yeah, once they understand and hear and know what we're doing, because a lot of times I'm educating, and you'll see that in a lot of my videos. There's a big portion of my videos is donated to the education portion of it, and like showing people how to respond, like teaching you when you come across these explosives, pulling them out, making sure they're isolated and submerged inside of their localized water, so the same minerals are there. Like all things like that. Getting all your setups put together, all that kind of stuff. Like
And
you said,
where
you
does
need
a
to get
guy
a
like
setup.
Paul Anthony get a magnet? And where would he get a magnet from?
If you want to get a magnet and you want to get your setup going, I have a video coming out here really soon, and you can use my code Badger12. That's Badger12 for 12% off at Kratos.com. That's Badger12. I'm going to put it here in the chat for you.
And the link he's talking about is in the description of his videos. You click that link, and he actually gets a little gift from you purchasing through him.
And you
it's not
get
large, but
12%
it's
off.
awesome. And you get 12% off for helping him. It's a win-win-win.
The link to this site is actually in the bio of this live itself.
Sweet.
I did my prep work.
Good job, my friend. Good job.
Yeah,
I just wanted to point that out.
Thank you very much. Good point. Good point. Use Badger12 for 12% off, guys. Yeah. I actually just
listen,
made
guys,
my
I'm
second
gonna
or
call
third
it a night
sale.
here.
Yeah,
Alrighty,
I'm
you
gonna
have a
do
wonderful
the same
night,
here.
It's a little past my bedtime, and I'm falling asleep. So.
All right, Gold Eagle,
No
we
problem.
greatly appreciate you coming in. We hope to see you tomorrow. And if we don't see you tomorrow during the early stream, we'll see you tomorrow night on PA's 600 subscriber giveaway, won't we?
Sounds good.
All right.
Yeah, I've been on a lot today myself. I'm gonna get off. And
Oh, Joe,
relax a bit.
we have a Uper light question. What is the flashlight that you have to find your Uper lights?
It's the you can go to www.alonefire.com. ALONEFIRE, alonefire.com.
And it's a 965 lumens.
It's
wow.
what is it, 265?
965.
No, the frequency.
965.
Is it 965?
Yep. It is a 965 UV. That's the perfect UV spectrum to see the Uper lights.
Absolutely. Yep.
A lone fire.
I have the same one.
And you can find that on Amazon for $30.
Yeah, I
Good
love
to
that.
know.
Has like a special battery pack charger for it and everything.
Oh,
Like
it does. I was
battery.
just going to ask.
It uses
Grab
the
that.
giant 1880s, and it's got a special light if you're in a hotel and you want to see what kind of nasty stuff they didn't clean.
Oh, they came with
do
glasses
not.
too?
Comes
You
with
do
cool
not want to do
glasses,
that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Hey, too
Someone who's
cool.
seen it.
Mine didn't come with glasses.
USB port charger.
Oh, wow.
I wear my ski goggles.
You can put them out back, brother. You want me to do it?
I love the shooting glasses. What a great idea.
That's eye protection to help actually for that bandwidth of the UV
No, it makes
light.
sense. That's what I'm saying. It's a great idea to have those. I mean, that's the same bandwidth that allows your eyes to pick up movement and illuminate targets, that are on the move when you're shooting. I mean, it makes sense. I didn't think to do that. I guess I did. I was doing that because I used the orange version, which I should use the yellow one for the UV because that would be much.
Heck yeah.
That would make more sense.
I think Jericho, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's 365 nanometers. That's the spectrum that it's in.
NM365, you're right. NM365. The 965 is the magnet I was just looking at. That's like what, a kid's magnet, Elijah?
Yeah, pretty much. If that. I mean, maybe.
All right, so we recommend the Titan. I'd say
yeah.
if you're going to do it and keep doing it, get the Titan.
Yeah, or the
Or
24.
clamp.
Like I recommend the 24. Like if I'm gonna start, like even to this day, like I still carry on me everywhere I go a 2400 clamp magnet and a Titan 360. I hope to add the
That's right.
Poseidon. Ben willing. He's got to work with.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck.
Me. I know.
All right,
But-
with that, everybody,
Have a great night.
I'll call it a night. I'll see you all tomorrow.
Joe, it's
Good
good
night.
seeing you, brother.
Have a good night, Joe.
Good
All
to see
right,
you, brother. Have a great one.
What's the deal with tomorrow? You going on tomorrow morning?
Tomorrow morning to do the duck race for last week's phrase that plays. And also, we got the first word for the phrase that plays.
And what time is that?
It starts at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time and ends at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. We also have donation races for.
You going to be in there a little early or what?
I will be in there about 9 a.m. So about 10 a.m. your time. You want me to call you when I get up?
You got some discussing to do, I believe.
You want me to call you when I get up?
You can.
All right.
That doesn't mean I'm going to get up. All right, I'll see you tomorrow.
Have a good night.
Ciao.
Good night there, chat. Good night, everybody.
Have a good one. Good night.
Hey guys.
We throw Josh on the big screen.
What's up?
Mona, it'll be, I believe, 7 o'clock your time, Mona. Maybe 8 o'clock your time. I'm not 100% certain. Josh, what time is it for you when it's 10 a.m. for me? Because now you're in that no daylight savings thing. Arizona's crazy.
Yeah, what time is it there for you right now?
It is 11:17.
It's 9.
So, Mona, it'll be at 8 a.m. your time.
It's 11 right now?
Yep.
9
It does not feel like that. At Saturday night, whatever. I'll be up late. Heck.
Yeah. And I got
man.
in the morning. An early morning.
How early?
We're gonna be going. They're gonna be meeting here at 8, and we're gonna be getting out to the site.
You don't have service out there, do you?
No service.
Too bad.
Once I get like halfway down Castle Hot Springs Road, I'm out of service. So,
Fair enough.
We'll be out all day, adventuring in the side by sides down the river, and we're gonna go check out some crystal caves. We're gonna go get some thunder eggs and some geodes and some agates.
You gonna film?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
I got a few videos that we're going to be putting together.
All right, I expect to see a short from you tomorrow, my guy.
Yeah, I got to get a short out and a video out for our last outing to Burrow Creek, and I got to get some more videos from the Thunder Egg location as well.
Dude, so just when you find your first Thunder Egg, just when you walk to it, I'd love to just see a video of literally you walking up to it and telling me how you identified it before you grab it and touch it, like in the raw nature. Like, that would be so helpful to someone like me who's so novice. And I'm sure there's other people that don't need to out themselves as so newbie as me. So, like, teach us.
As I'm getting into the formation and when the transition zone changes from a different type of rock to this iolite.
Exactly.
Iolite is what's holding the thunder eggs trapped in
and that's what's there? Okay. Yeah, so over here at Keokuk, we have...
literally say that while you pick it up, boom. Mm-hmm. Then you video, post that, done.
Yeah, over here in Keokuk, it's in the light clay.
That's pretty helpful as hell. Heck yeah.
And then if anybody's going to be down here in the winter months next year, you guys can... I can show you firsthand.
Heck yeah.
Some of us will be there in the winter. When it's not so hot.
That's when it's going to be nice here.
Yeah. I love going there in the winter. Actually, I've been there a lot in the winter. Sedona area. I've been to Devil's Bridge. All where the Dell and the Microsoft password or saver screen was taken. I visited that hike up in Sedona. I love that area.
Yeah, I love it. Yep.
Went to that reenactment place you guys were talking about the other day. I've been there probably 6 times every single year I've gone there. You see them do their shootout, bought all the rocks, and that little prospector shot. That's where the one and only place I've panned gold until I met you guys was at that little place there. That's where that tube of pyrite I showed you, one of the 3 tubes of pyrite I showed you guys was from.
Like Tombstone, right?
Yeah, Tombstone.
Tombstone, yeah.
That place was cool.
Especially
as a kid.
But all right, we're at the 2-hour mark. It's 11:30.
We'll wrap it up.
I'm ready for a safety meeting.
Sounds like a plan, Stan. That being said, guys, thank you for watching. Everyone, this is Badger Exploration. We find things. Everyone else, like to say your outro and say goodbye to everyone?
Hit it, Nick.
Have a good night, y'all. Thanks
for
watching.
We'll see you guys tomorrow.
That's right. See you tomorrow morning.
All right. Well, guys, thank you very much. This is Badger Exploration, and we find things. Have a wonderful night.
You guys have a good night. We'll see you later.